Now, focus here on all-stars abounding in Clippers and Sixers out in L.A., Tyrese Maxey and company. There's no James Harden in this game. He sat out due to personal reasons. More on that in a moment. But there is Tyrese, a triple. He made 4 of them in the first quarter. Sixers by 13. Then Maxey, another. I mean, he's pulling up Hermosa Beach, Manhattan Beach, Orange County, the OC, right? The numbered streets, Ryan Atwood. Later, Quentin Grimes. Just got up on John Collins. He baptized JC. What? 14 points for Grimes. Sixers would lead at the break by 19 points. It's their third wire-to-wire win of the season. Dominic Barlow would like a word. A career game for him. First Sixers player with 25 points, 15 rebounds, 0 turnovers in a road game since turnovers were tracked in 1977. It's 26 points and 16 rebounds. And then Maxey, 29 points, 7 threes. The Sixers, 128-113. Again, no James Harden, out for what the team called personal reasons. We have a personal friend. Charania here with us on SportsCenter AM. His busy week continues here in Bristol ahead of the NBA trade deadline. And now James Harden is a name that has emerged as a focal point around the league. What's the latest there with the Clippers and the beard?
Randy, Gary, this was as stunning as so far as it gets this trade deadline, because the Clippers had just won 16 of 20 games going into last night's contest. And now the Clippers and James Harden on the eve of the trade deadline are working together to find a deal for him out of LA. He's been great for them all year, healthy, durable, productive. And the Cleveland Cavaliers have emerged as a serious suitor with interest in him. And this was all made possible because Harden has a mutual option for next season, a $13 million partial guarantee. And that gave both sides the ability to sit down over the last few days and see where is his long-term future in LA. He wants to be somewhere where he's going to be there for multiple years after this year. That was not promised for him in LA. And he wants to compete for a championship, which is something we've heard a lot with James Harden when he went to Brooklyn, when he went to Philly, and then he went again to the Clippers. So he's looking at the Cavaliers as potentially a better opportunity to make it to the finals out east. One biggest key here with James Harden, he has a no-trade clause and all this. So he's going to have a lot of dictation over his future at the deadline.
Okay. I'm glad that you brought and broke down the reason behind that, because you mentioned it. He's second on the team in scoring, 25 points per game, and the Clippers have been one of the hottest teams in the league since about mid-December. That is super interesting. Let's stay in the Eastern Conference, if that's where James Harden, in fact, is going. It's still Giannis. It's still the Bucks, continuing to be the center of this deadline. Where are talks headed to this point, about 48 hours out from the deadline?
So the Bucks have been engaging with teams. They've been making counter proposals. And right now they're at the stage where they're sifting through the aggressive offers that they've gotten. And teams interested in Giannis that are making these aggressive pushes, like Miami, New York, Golden State, and Minnesota, they're waiting for Milwaukee to really get to the point where they're on the brink, where you're really making these counter offers like we're a piece or 2 or 3 away, and let's potentially get this deal done. And so these conversations, I think, will continue as we get closer to Wednesday and Thursday. The Bucks are at a tipping point, though. There's a conflict. They're in a position now where they're playing more and more for a draft pick the second half of the season. Giannis wants to play for a championship. He wants to play in the second half of the year. So there's a conflict of agendas with where both of these sides are going. They're now 11 games under 500. They've plummeted in the Eastern Conference. And so he wants and is ready for his exit, whether it's now or in the offseason.
Very quickly, what do the Bucks expect to get back for Giannis?
Their price point throughout all this has been a young blue chip player and a surplus of draft picks. The reality is the Warriors have a pick-heavy offer. The Timberwolves have a player-centric offer. And then Miami and New York is somewhere in between both of those. Some players, some picks.
Got it.
So Milwaukee has to choose here. Do they want to go down one of these paths, or do you kick this to the offseason? When, as I said, and I've been saying, Giannis will have 1 year left on his deal, and that'll give him a little bit more power, a little bit more say-so in terms of saying, listen, I only want to go here or here, and that could dilute the value for Milwaukee in the offseason.
But there could be more potential suitors in that offer. Charania, it's fascinating stuff. The busiest man in Bristol here over the next couple of days.